So this is where it's going to happen?
Yeah, this is where they're going to do it. They're going to just tie me to this and set the whole thing on fire.
Okay, and when is this?
Tuesday, next Tuesday,
Right.
unless it rains. And then I'll have to cancel again, which should be a bloody nightmare.
My name is Eleanor Morton. I am a human rights lawyer. I specialise in gender rights. That's specifically 17th century gender rights and witchcraft. So at the moment I'm involved in the Goody Foster trial. She's currently on trial in 1628 for witchcraft. We think of modern times as being quite a sexist place to live. In fact, we have made a lot of progress since the 17th century where they do still burn women alive all the time. So today we're just going to try and see if we can rectify that and hopefully give Goody Foster the justice she deserves. Tell me again exactly what happened in your own words.
Okay, so I were gathering rootweed to make a tea a few weeks ago when 3 men from the village saw me and said, "She's a witch," because they'd also seen me talking to my familiar, Satan.
Okay, and what's a familiar?
It's my cat, Saturn.
Saturn. Okay. And then what happened?
Oh, then they said that it were my fault that old Mrs. Legg got sick and died last May.
Okay, how did she die?
She fell down a well.
Right.
Yeah. And then they took me to the town square, stripped me naked, pointed to my wobbly bits and said, "That's the mark of the devil."
It's not the impossible job people think it is, no. I'd say the hardest part is getting the women themselves to be comfortable with their innocence. A lot of them have very low self-esteem and we really want to build that up for the defence.
I don't know. I am starting to think maybe I am a witch.
No, you're not.
How do you know?
Because there's no such thing as witches.
I do have a witch's mark though, so that's a bit worrying.
What? Where? Can you show me? That's some chocolate.
Either way, I do feel like they have a very strong case. I was gathering herbs, I do have a cat, and I am not married. It's an open and shut case as far as I can tell. I was basically asking for it.
No, you were not, okay? You mustn't believe that. There is no such thing as witches. You haven't done anything wrong, there's no evidence against you, it's all just prejudice.
Well, and how do you explain my rather large nose and my dark complexion?
You're Jewish, you know that.
Or a witch.
Look, I can't stress this enough. There is no such thing as witches, okay? Now we're going to prove that in court.
And are you feeling pretty confident in this case?
Yes, we're incredibly confident. We have built a very solid defence for Goody Foster. The prosecution has no solid or tangible evidence against us, so I'm pretty confident we will see justice. So we lost the case, they're burning her now. Unfortunately, they didn't buy any of my magic isn't real evidence. The fact that she lived by herself was enough to convict her by itself, so that's a shame. They also saw me signing the magistrate's book with my left hand, and because I've got red hair, they are going to burn me as a witch later today. So that is disappointing, I will admit. But I do think we've also made great progress towards stopping the burning of innocent women in the 17th century, and I would say that I am happy with the work we've done here today, and hopefully we will get justice for those innocent people who have been burned and who will be burned in the next 25 minutes.